the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Army's offense will get the first possession of the game. All of these players on the field might have a higher calling, but guys, in this one, tough, hard-nosed running games against stout defenses.
And almost every year we go to this game, and there is absolutely nothing like it. The pageantry before the game, on the field, honoring everybody there, and realizing they're not just fighting for a game, they're fighting for everyone in the stands. And so it is one of the coolest scenes every single year.
And there's a lot of pride in this game, too, between Army and Navy and the bragging rights. It's been going on now for decades and for over a century. This game at the end of the college football year, it just means more to these two teams.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Black Knights can do it on the ground with a Mr. Inside or Mr. Outside. They just love to run it.
They'll do it however way you want it. Whether it's inside and they're going to give the first one or they're going to run the option off it, you're going to get a steady dose of running the football. They will check to see how physical you want to be in a football game.
He'll keep it himself. Now the pitch. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Last time the Cadets and the Mids clashed, it was Army winning a close one.
They came out, they did what they needed to do late in the game to get the win, and they've been talking about it for an entire year back in West Point, getting another win over their big rival Navy.
And the bragging in this rivalry is enormous, right? Like, it's not just a normal game. This is a game that everybody watches, everybody cheers for, but the uniforms really, really matter.
The Black Knights are in the hurry-up. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And the Black Knights look to keep this drive humming. They're going to run it to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's running in the open. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Army!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels and the 55-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Midshipman offense makes its way onto the field for their first possession of the game. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes, because you're just asking to get picked off.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Quickly complete. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Now on first down from the 30.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man.
Fires the pass, intercepted. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
And that's just excellent coverage. Cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Guys, they call this America's game because no matter who you root for, you're captivated by this.
Well, and this is just one of those games that I think always just stands out just because of the way it looks, right? It's all the uniforms in the stands. It's the pageantry. It's the history of this game. It's the style of football these two teams play as well. It just means so much to these players.
It's so cool, and it's saved for after the Heisman Trophy, after the championship games, when they get the spotlight on them, a well-deserved spotlight for what they do for everyone out there across this country.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. To the ground to try to pick up the first. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that third down.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on fourth.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And simple play, simple game, get that first down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. On the option, quarterback on the keeper. Now the toss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Black Knights!
And a great job by the quarterback, Reese, making the right read. I got to get that defense to commit to me. Now I pitch it. Running back catches it. I'll take this. I'll do the rest. But it's a great read by the quarterback.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Navy will go back on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. It'll be a draw. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Navy quick to the line. This rivalry started in 1890 when Dennis Mikey, for whom the stadium at West Point is named, talked Navy into playing a game, and the Mids blew him out.
And since that first blowout, obviously, this has been an unbelievable rivalry. So many things about it, honoring the fallen, the march on, the battle of the bands. So many of these things have gone back and forth. But, Jesse, the football is phenomenal. Old school offenses that will hit you right in the mouth.
It's pretty cool, too, when you think about the history of this rivalry, because back in the day, these were two of the best programs in college football. There have been national championships. There have been Heisman trophies. Not necessarily the same thing today, but when you think about great rivalries in the sport, this is it right here.
Navy will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Ready to fire from the pistol. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. On the option. He'll do it himself. At the 35, he's open. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Leaves it with the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Offensively, are you going to take 4-6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Black Knights want to move quickly. He wants to pass it on second down. They're working that left side. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the run.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
On second down, he'll fire. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50 burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
On the option. He'll toss it. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Army!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Navy offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Fires toward the end zone. Picked off.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. But really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Running back goes in motion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Makes the grab. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now, let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
The give to the back. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Got him downfield. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's caught. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Got the back over the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before half. Touchdown, Navy! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Turns it loose deep. Finds a man on the left. The expressway is wide open. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Black Knights!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down for this offense. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Navy quick to the line. On second down, just keeps firing. Looking deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Jones. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They go to the ground. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, midshipman. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down. This is a great start to get back in this ballgame.
And right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. At midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. This guy is doing it all. It's like he's Glenn Davis and Doc Blanchard doing it all over the place for Army.
And there's no secret, right? Like, they're not going to throw the football over the yard. You're going to get a heavy dose of the run. You know he's getting it, and he's still putting on a show today for this Army squad.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Offense gets set for second down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The carry going off right tackle here. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
The option look. He'll pull it on the read. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Man, how about this offense deciding to run the football, be physical, find a hole, get downhill, Palmer, and get the first down.
Yeah, and it helps, too, when you've got a running back like this guy. He just knows how to fall forward and get those hidden yards. Big weapon in this offense.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Army! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Out of the shotgun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite them.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Give to the running back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. The give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Black Knights are on the move. They'll try the run. Smashes through the tackle. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Power football with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They're going to go for it on fourth down with a couple of good options, a first down or a touchdown. Goes to the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
The defense comes up big time on the fourth down play, trying to get the stop, making sure he doesn't get a first down. The fumble, it's just the icing on the sundae. That's fine. We'll take it. But more importantly, they got the big stop and turnover on downs.
Navy quick to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They're facing a third down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. From the gun. Fires to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They'll go to the air. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
The give as they work on that clock. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. On the option, he'll keep it himself. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Black Knights will have it 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Black Knights will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And here comes the Navy offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Jones. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. They want to just keep throwing it. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. This is what you do in the backyard. You never do it in the middle of the game. It's always final drive, clock winding. Got to have a score. Offense down one possession. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Navy quick to the line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab on the left. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Jones. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Coming, looking for the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
He'll ride his man on the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw on second down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Black Knights.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The wins keep piling up, and the stakes